early week one predictions. I probably should have wrote that here, but it doesn't really matter. You know that it's early predictions because it's May and it's not August or September. Why did I say August? The NFL season starts in September. So yes, everybody knows their early predictions. So let's get started. Firstly, we have the Cowboys and the Eagles. I have this being 27-17 in favor of the Eagles. This is the kickoff game. Not a bad kickoff game. I can see it. I can see the Cowboys winning this. I mean, they still have Dak. A lot of people have given up on Dak. I haven't given up on him yet. I think that he's good. I think that they can definitely win this game, especially they're going to have CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. So the Cowboys are going to be scary this year. I'd watch out for them. But I still favor the Eagles. I think they're going to win by 10. So that's my prediction. Then we have the Chiefs and the Chargers. This is a Friday game. I favor the Chargers a little bit more. I mean, doubting the Chiefs is obviously not a great thing to do, considering that everybody pretty much does it every year. The Chiefs can't keep winning, right? Because their team is so bad. But somehow they keep winning. They keep getting to the Super Bowl. So, but I just see the Chargers winning it. And week one, a lot of weird things happen. Then we have the Jets and the Steelers. I have the Jets winning this one. I was back and forth here. I took the Steelers originally. I'm just going to favor the Jets solely because I know that Justin Fields is their starting quarterback. If I knew Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins was the starting quarterback for the Steelers, I'd probably lean towards them a little bit more. But also considering I think the Jets defense is going to be better this year. Steelers defense is still going to be better than the Jets defense, but I trust the Jets offense a little bit more. Still going to be close. Same here. I think the Colts and the Dolphins are pretty even. The Dolphins, talent-wise, are much better, especially on paper. But I think if we're talking purely execution here, I think that they're similar teams. So I think it will be close. I favor the Dolphins a little bit. I can see why people take the Colts solely because they're at home in this game. But I'm just going to favor the Dolphins just because of Tua mostly. I like Tua more than Richardson and Jones. It doesn't really matter who starts. I'll still take the Dolphins. Then we have the Bengals and the Browns. I think this is going to be a blowout. It's week one, so I'm probably wrong. But I don't see the Browns doing much. I mean, maybe, I don't even know who's going to start this game. If Shador starts, that's going to be cool at least. I don't think he's going to do much, but, I mean, that would be cool to watch him score one touchdown. But, yeah, the Bengals should win that easily. Then we have the Raiders and the Patriots. This will be a really fun game. This might actually be my dark horse game of the week here because this is going to be pretty good. The Raiders with Ashton Dutchy and Geno Smith. Well, we haven't seen them before, so we've seen Geno Smith play for Seattle, but you know what I mean. A new team, Pete Carroll's the head coach. It's going to be exciting to watch the Raiders this year, and then especially the Patriots too. I think they're going to be dark horse playoff contenders. So I think the Patriots are going to win it by 7, but this should be a pretty entertaining game. Then we have the Panthers and the Jaguars. Speaking of entertaining games, this is not going to be one, even though I have it 21-24. Actually, it's not entirely true. Travis Hunter is going to play. We're going to see McMillan. I actually think it will be pretty exciting. I don't know why I said that. I'm going to take the Jaguars basically because they're at home. If the Panthers were at home, I'd probably take them. I'm kind of 50-50 here. I'm just curious to see what Travis Hunter is going to do, and Trevor Lawrence is going to be healthy. That's also why I'm leaning toward the Jaguars in this game. Cardinals, Saints. The Saints, I don't think, are going to do anything. They are in quarterback purgatory right now, so they're not going anywhere with that. I think their defense will be all right, but the Cardinals, they just got Josh Sweat, I believe. They're going to be much improved. So watch out for the Cardinals this year. I think that they got to get it done in week one. Then we have Buccaneers Falcons, another contender for game of the week this week, I believe. Falcons-Bucks games are always good. I know that Kirk Cousins isn't going to be playing for the Falcons most likely, but these games are always entertaining. I'm going to have the Buccaneers just squeak it out on a last-second field goal, but this game is going to be pretty entertaining. I think Michael Penix is going to throw for a lot of yards. Both these defenses suck, obviously, so they're just going to be airing it out. I think it's going to be a pretty sick game. Then we have Giants-Washington. Speaking of sick games, this will not be one, and I'm not going to backtrack on this one. This was going to be a stink fest, especially for the Giants. I mean, it will be cool to watch Jaden Daniels play pretty well, but I do not trust the Giants whatsoever. I guess their defense will do all right. I mean, at least it should. On paper, they should have a pretty good defense. I don't see this being close, though. This one I see being close. I think is another contender for Game of the Week. We have a lot of contenders for Game of the Week, but this one I was back and forth because the Seahawks are at home, but I just don't know how Cooper Kupp and Sam Darnold are going to play, especially Sam Darnold. So I have to lean towards the 49ers. I trust them a little bit more. Yes, their defense is going to be depleted, but they just did get not Walter Nolan. They got Michael Williams. Michael Williams, I think, is going to step up big time in this game and get the Niners the win. Then we have Titans, Broncos. It's going to be a very defensive battle here. I don't think Cam Ward's going to do great. I don't think Denver's going to do great either. It's just going to be a pretty shit matchup. But, I mean, yeah, it could be fun for Broncos fans, I suppose. Then we have Texans, Rams. Could be interesting. Depends how CJ Stroud plays. If he plays like he was when he was a freshman, then this could be a pretty good game. I mean, I have it only being 7 points, but I think the Rams should dominate this pretty easily. But I guess we'll see. Then, obviously, another contender for Game of the Week, Lions-Packers. I have this going how pretty much every Lions game goes, and it's going to be down to the wire. The Packers, it's going to be 28 something. The Packers are going to come back. They're going to go for 2. They're going to not get 2, and then the Lions are going to get a field goal, is my prediction. That's why I have it 31-26. Even though technically the Lions wouldn't need to get a field goal since they just win by 2. But either way, I think the Lions are going to win it. I think it will be a good matchup, though. But the Lions should win this pretty easily. Then we have Sunday Night Football, which is Ravens-Bills. Obviously, another contender for Game of the Week. Yeah, I can see this going either way. The Bills are at home, but obviously it's not December or November or some time of the year that is going to be snowing. So I'm going to lean towards the Ravens just a little bit more here. I think it will be a good matchup, though. I think Derrick Henry's going to run all over the Bills, though, just like he did in the regular season last year. Then we have Monday Night Football, Bears-Vikings. This one's a surprise. I have the Bears winning this. I have the Bears with the upset. Like I said, week 1's a weird week. There's going to be a